Good afternoon. How you doing? How are you? How are you? Just getting. Hang on one second. Whoop, hit the wrong button there. Just checking a few things out here. Awesome. We're getting set up. We are just getting ready to start drawing on this sketch cover. Hope you're having a good day. Let me just see if YouTube is playing along today. There we go. All right. We are live on Whatnot. We are live on YouTube. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I read this one here. I know they just had another issue come out or another series or something start this week. I haven't read that one. I don't know if it's the same book or if it's a new series or not, but I did enjoy this one quite a bit. All right, welcome in, welcome in. We are gonna get started here. I've already done the pencils for the Superman Spider-Man blank cover, which is what we'll work on today's stream. I also have, and it's currently pinned at the bottom if anybody's interested, but this is what we drew on the last stream. This is a Heroes in Crisis. This was for Superman Day. Oh, possibly. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with what the whole kind of premise behind it all is, but that would make sense, I think. But this is our Heroes in Crisis Superman title that is currently in the Buy It Now, and it's pinned down at the bottom if anyone is interested. I also have sketch cards. I have some other covers. I have different things like that floating around the Buy It Now. I'll probably try to highlight a few of those throughout the stream. But for now, let's go ahead and get to inking on this piece. Anyone is tuned in over on YouTube, thanks so much. Appreciate that. We are primarily running the stream on Whatnot, though, so I invite you to use the QR code or the link or however it's displayed right now on YouTube. Hop on over if you are new to Whatnot. You can use my link and get a couple things that way. You get a few free bucks that way. Oh, thanks so much. I see the Alan the Alien just got picked up. Thanks, Kinetic. I appreciate that. I'll get that squared away for you after the stream here. Did you see the Invincible finale there? I'm enjoying. I thought the season was pretty good. I enjoyed a lot of what they had going on. And Alan is a fun one for sure. I do like that character. No, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody stopping by, tuning in, hanging out for whether it's for a few minutes or for the whole stream or however much time you want to hang out as we work at the drawing table here. We are also getting ever so closer to Free Comic Book Day or Comics Giveaway Day or however it's referred to by whichever distributor you prefer. That is coming up on the first Saturday in May. That's always a lot of fun. looking forward to a few of the books that I've seen promoted there. I think DC has an Aqua Manatee title as one of their giveaways. Pretty sure I will pick that one up as one of mine because I am a sucker for a manatee. Anyone else looking forward to giveaway day or free comic book day, or what kind of titles are you looking for? I do have a couple of these sketch cards up top here, but I know the light is kind of reflecting off of those cases. I'm going to try to zoom in just a little bit onto this so you guys can see what we're working on here. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me for a little bit this afternoon. Oh. Unlike that other Superman that I showed at the beginning of the stream, I don't know that I'm going to wrap this one around. I think I'm just going to stick to the front cover here. I didn't quite plan for it to wrap around, so at this point the only bit that would stretch would be this piece of cape for Superman. So while that might look kind of cool, yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. And I'm doing it here without penciling it first, so. But you know what? It's a cape flying in the breeze, right? So, alrighty, we'll do that. Why not? Why not? Welcome in, DC. Welcome in, Ken Head. How is everyone doing? Appreciate y'all stopping by. My name's Chris. I like to draw. Hanging out right now at the drawing table. Working on a Superman Spider-Man blank cover. I know Nebworks mentioned he's read this already. Anybody else read this title? What you think of it? Or what are you all reading in general? Oh, no worries. I was just saying you had mentioned at the start of the stream that you had read this title. I was asking if anybody else in the chat had read it, or or what is everybody reading these days in general? Don't worry, I didn't do the giveaway for the brand new car, so you didn't miss that. Sometimes the adventure with these blank covers, though, is how they are contoured in a way. Like this edge here that I was just working on was kind of slipping and sliding on me a little bit there. If you're not careful, that will lead to a mess, but so far so good. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Absolute Batman stuff is really, really cool. Although I gotta admit, I've read I read it from issue 1 through the initial storyline, and I still buy the books, but I'm falling behind on some of my reading on that one. But I really enjoy what they're creating over there. Although I must say I'm a little curious about the Robins coming up. I don't know. We'll see. It's a crazy, wild Gotham they have constructed for that Absolute universe, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Not what you expected. Yeah, same. I'm not sure if it's really what a lot of people expected going into it, but it is certainly interesting for sure. And it's it's also it's kind of cool too that if for folks that are just starting with comics in general, they've got a whole new world unto themselves that they can really kind of explore and experience and make that the start of their comics journey, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, I grew up with Amazing Spider-Man, with Uncanny X-Men, stuff like that. But if you're a new reader today trying to jump into some of these titles that have such a storied history or past to them, I can imagine sometimes you might not be completely sure where to start. And I know they try to address that with the different volumes and the different issue 1s that come out for books and things, but I don't know. I think the Absolute stuff has been a good entry point for new readers. I think maybe some of the Ultimate stuff that Marvel was doing is probably similar. Hey, whatever gets people into comics, right? The anthology, yeah. I mean, I do like one shots occasionally. I've got to say, I tend to not enjoy anthologies as much, or at least the big collections. I don't know. I don't even read digitally a lot, just because I still have a soft spot for the floppies. I like picking up my books, getting them bagged and boarded, having that physical thing like that. First printings and all that kind of fun stuff. Even second, third printings, but I don't know. I understand and appreciate the value that those collections and graphic novels and things offer, but they've never quite done it for me. We're slipping down the table here. Fair enough. Yeah. Although I do like a good one shot that is a floppy. On a different note, has anybody read Romeo and Juliet and Godzilla? Yes, that is the title. I gotta say, I really like that one. I thought that came out pretty good. And I'm looking forward to the next one, which is going to be I think Godzilla and the Odyssey, or the Odyssey and Godzilla. I don't know. I think it's interesting that they're setting Godzilla in with some of these classic types of pieces that we've grown up with. Welcome in, Matthew. Welcome in, Speed Racer. Welcome in, Ewan. Welcome in. Anybody I might have missed, appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. Over on YouTube, welcome in, King. Welcome in, Luffy. Welcome in, anybody over there I may have missed. I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking out the drawing and what's going on today. Right now, we've just got a little bit of Spidey happening here, even though I feel like I'm not digging that hand so much, but hey, we will. And I'm going to actually swing his foot around different than what the pencil had. But we're going to make it work. We're going to power through it. We're going to make it work. Anybody else do that where whatever they're working on art-wise, they just, for whatever reason, something happens along the way and you're just not crazy about certain details? Also trying to figure out if I would trying to figure out if I wanted to do a background on this one or not. I think I'm leaning away from that at this point, but maybe I'll do another version of this on Bristol board and we'll try to make it a little more detailed. Not today, but I don't know. I kind of like this idea. Yeah. You know what? Those hands are going to continue to bug me. So before we get too far along, I think I'm going to... Oh no, is my whiteout ready to try? There we go. I'm going to try to do something else with this. Now, this is going to complicate things when I start adding color in. But it's the beauty of drawing traditionally is you get the warts and all sometimes with these things. All right, well, I'm going to let that whiteout work for a second. Let's pull something else into the stream here for a minute. Welcome in, Shredding. How are you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. What have we got here next that we can pull up? Of course, we do have 3 of our Superman sketch cards up here at the top. Those are available in the Buy It Now. I also have this other Supergirl. This was drawn during our previous stream on Superman Day. And another Superman here as well. What other cool blanks can I? A couple other things that I'll show off real quick. These should all be in the buy it nows, but if you see anything that is not that you're interested in, let me know. Welcome in, Astropug. How are you doing? This was the Daredevil cover that I did recently. Here's Poison Ivy. Let me take that one out of the sleeve for a minute. That sleeve was not helping with the light. So there is Poison Ivy on a Detective 1000. That was just a pack of sketch cards that I dropped, blank ones, so no worries there. And then another one that I really actually was pretty happy with how it came out. I can't always say that about some of my drawing. That Poison Ivy one I actually really like too. But here's a Galactus cover. So we've got some things like this available today. Let me know if there's anything you might be interested in. Otherwise, that whiteout should have done its stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get back to the main event momentarily. And when I say momentarily, I mean I'm going to try to do something else real quick beforehand. Let's do this. You know what? We're just going to go ahead. We're going to pin Galactus for a little bit. Anyone might be interested in that. That is now pinned there for you. Clean up my mess a minute. All right. That is there. Let me figure out what I want to do. So that thumb would be like that. This would be. Yeah. It'll probably just have to stay like that then. All right. Here's what we're going to do next. Let's clean up some of these pencil marks. And we'll start putting a little bit of color into this. I'll come back. I'll re-add some of these details afterwards. Of course, that area where I had the white out is going to be a little interesting. I'd have some old pencil marks that are still floating around in here, so. Whoever eventually owns this down the line, they're going to have like a whole history of the drawing woven into it. Welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome in Slow Moving. Welcome in Arca. Welcome in Armour. Welcome in anybody and everybody. We've got the Galactus cover pinned right now to the bottom of the chat. I got a handful of other sketch covers, cards, sticky notes, all kinds of different things in the Buy It Now. Feel free to take a peek. It'll also give you a sense of the kind of work I do. All right. Zoom in a little bit. We're going to work over here with Superman for a minute. Okay. By the way, if there's anything you'd like to see drawn, feel free to throw some suggestions out in the chat. I'll be working on this cover for a little bit, but then after that, I might try something else. See how long it takes me to get through this. the way, chat, let me know where you're watching from. I'm always curious to see where people are based. I'm out of Southeast Florida, kind of in between Palm Beach and Orlando and Port St. Lucie. I always describe it to people this way. If you're a baseball fan, we are where the New York Mets come to train each spring. Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going today? I hope wherever you all are, you're having an awesome Saturday. Welcome in, Night Punisher. How are you? Welcome in, Retro. How are you today? Welcome in, Manny. How are you doing today? All right, let's swap out Galactus for a minute. Actually, we'll just set this. And this is, oh, let me zoom out. And one last chance. This is the Galactus that is pinned to the bottom. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and switch this out with a different one. We're going to go ahead and pin. So this option that is listed here right now, this is for the cover that I'm actually working on. So if you're watching, if you decide at any point that you think you would like this one, you can feel free to order it there. If if there's any catastrophes before it's completed, of course, we'll go ahead and take care of you on that front. But yeah, that option is there just in case anybody is interested. Otherwise, we're going to just keep plugging away. this one. So we had a little bit of chat earlier about Absolute Batman. We had a little bit of chat earlier about this Superman and Spider-Man book. What else are y'all reading? What's catching y'all's attention at the comic shops this week or last week, or what kind of cool stuff do you have on your pull list? I just read Corpse Night from Image Comics. I believe it's Image Comics. Yeah, pretty sure it is. I read that one last night. It's interesting. I wanna see some more, but I felt like the first issue, either it went really quickly or it was short. I know there was like a mask preview in the book as well, so I don't know if I didn't go back and count the pages, so I don't know if there were fewer pages for the Corpse Night story or not, but it sort of felt like it went really quick. But I think it's an interesting thing that they're working on, so I'm curious to see some more. Aside from that, I've got a lot of books I need to catch up on. So might try to do a little bit of reading tonight. All right, let's, oh no, actually, a little bit more. Do I use the same? Yeah, use a little bit of the same blue here. Welcome in, Dan. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. think we'll have Superman wrapped up here shortly, and then we'll switch over to the Spidey side of things. Welcome in, Sig, SLG, Sig. I'm sorry, my eyes are are falling short there, but welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, Marcus. Welcome in, Fanboy. Welcome in, Marcus. How are y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Y'all are just in time to see this whole piece fall apart. going to start doing a little bit more shadow here. Okay. Okay, I think we're okay. All right, let's shift gears over to Spidey for a little bit. Welcome in, Comics. How are you doing today? All right. All right, let's see how this works with some of the whiteout. Yeah, you can see it's yeah, markers don't tend to play well when you have whiteout on a section. So we'll work with that a little bit. Oops. Welcome in, DZAP. How are you doing? Glad I checked that one before I put it down. That was not the color I wanted. Welcome in, Mr. Salerno. How are you doing? Welcome in, Gillum. How are you doing? All right, we are getting closer. Still gotta work on that whiteout area there. Welcome in, Quanta. How are you doing? All right. We are closing in. I just need to find something else here real quick. Let me try. Another pass with this real quick. All right, where am I? Where are those? Oh, what am I looking for? That's not what I'm looking for. Hey there, Marshall. Welcome in. Here's where we're looking so far with this cover. Still debating on whether or not I want to do something in the background here, but now I'm not quite sure where I want to go with that. But I feel like it needs something. Anyhow, that's where we're at for today. I'm probably going to go ahead and start winding down the stream there. I do have a whole mix of sketch cards, other sketch covers, different things like that in the Buy It Now. If there's anything that you are interested in, let me know. I also have, I got to update the image on this one, but there is a Doctor Doom cover in the Buy It Now. This is actually what that finished piece looks like. Front cover, Doctor Doom. Welcome in, Gaggle. How are you? So that is in the Buy It Now currently. We just worked on this cover during the stream. I'm debating about the background. I'm still going back and forth. I might need to. I might flesh out a couple of concepts and see if there's anything else I want to do to that. Or if anybody likes it as is, that is currently pinned to the bottom of the chat here. That is available. Otherwise, there are sketch cards, sticky notes, other sketch covers, things like that in the Buy It Now. If there's anything that you would like to see, let me know. We have a few of our Superman sketch cards still up top here. We got a whole bunch of other stuff floating around. So let me know in the chat if there's anything that you're looking for. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. I got a few other shows lined up. Please take a look at those. Give them a follow if you're interested. If you want to come hang out at the drawing table again, we'll have some more art, some more stuff that we're working on. Otherwise, thanks everybody for hanging out, and we will see you next time. All right, thanks.